It's very interesting when you hear all this and you get carried away, related to your own personal experience. There was one story about Holy Buddha. He always went with his followers to beg. He had a bowl and he'll go and beg. Followers will say, Buddha, why do you? I want to go to this man who is selling bananas, but I will beg one banana. That banana man said, you don't have anybody else? I'm the only one, you come to me every day? Well, go to somebody else. And the followers wanted to say, Buddha put his hand, don't say anything. And finally, with disgust, that banana man took one banana and threw it in his bowl. And he took the banana and he came back. When he went back to his ashram, they asked him, why we could have done this? Why? He was shouting at you with this. He said, why did I go to that banana man to take the banana? When he was telling me all those other things which I didn't go for, they went over my head. When he gave me the banana, I came. The question always is, in Arabic also is beautiful, Allah ma sabirin. God is with those people who have patience. If you have patience, miracles can come. Like I always give the sweet, you with a smile. Miracles can come. And talk the next with us is from the Zoroastrian community, Ramiyar Karanjia. Just one word. I do not know why I had gone through this various in my life on different religion. I remember, I was just telling Karanjia, that in school I had a very close friend. He was the son of a Zoroastrian Parsi priest. And Parsi at that time, for adults, you can't really go into their holy place. But we were children. And we already enjoyed, and the worst part was, in the Zoroastrian, the most sacred is the well, which is there, in the temple. And we enjoyed having a bath and swim in the well, because it was the purest water.
बना में खुदाओ बख्शाओ यंदे बख्शाओ यज़गर मेहरबान. I begin in the name of God, the most merciful, compassionate and helpful. A very good afternoon to you all, distinguished dignitaries, scholars, religious leaders. I believe each one of us over here is a leader in our own field. May it be a leader of the country, a community, or a house. But the most important leader is the leader of one's own self. Because as it is said in the Indian tradition, it is easy to lead 1,000 people, but more difficult to lead one's own self. So let us all join together over here and lead ourselves in the journey towards peace. At the outset, I would like to thank the organizers and the sponsors for this wonderful event, and also thank them for making me a part of this beautiful journey and recognizing the Zoroastrian faith which is the oldest revealed religion in the world, but presently is a minuscule 150,000 in the whole world. So let me talk to you about the message that my religion gives about peace. As I was listening to one speaker after another, I realized that this is the same message that I am going to give. And it is then I realized that this conference is all about. It's about the unity in diversity, that each religion gives the same message, perhaps in a bit of a different way. And so I bring to you this message. Peace is generally described as absence of animosity and harmonious relationships. However, in reality, peace is the innermost state of being of each living thing. Peace is a vast storehouse of inner strength that needs to be inculcated since childhood and then honed as an art throughout one's life. We should not expect someone to foist peace from outside, nor expect to force peace upon others, because peace should emanate and radiate from the heart, from the inner self, at all times and with every breath. Like all other religions, Zoroastrianism is a holistic religion. It believes that positive thoughts in a person results in a person being positive and happy. This gives him peace within, and only that internal peace can lead to the person being peaceful with others. Let us look at the Zoroastrian definition of peace. In the Avestan texts, it is said, Vangave manange akshto isham vaintiyau taradato anyaish damaun asne kratvo mazdadatahe gosho srutahe kratvo mazdadatahe. I translate. A life of peace and harmony with all creations comes from a mind which is evolved so that it is free from vice, above pettiness, effortlessly practices virtue, and aligns itself to God. Now, what are the key words in this definition? First of all, a life of peace and harmony should be with all creations. We are not just talking over here of being peaceful just with human beings. We have to be at peace with the waters, plants, the earth, everything that is around us. Secondly, it comes from a mind which is evolved. Thirdly, that mind should be free from vices and above pettiness. And most importantly, it should come from a mind which effortlessly practices virtue. You know, we make a lot of efforts to be good. We make a lot of efforts to be cheerful. But when that goodness and cheerful is effortless, that is when real peace starts coming from within. Zoroastrian's holy books emphasizes that progress and prosperity can be attained only through peace and harmony. There is one word which defines this. In our text, it is called fraspayokhedram. This one word gives the message that progress and prosperity is possible only if there is peace. Peace is a virtue which should come from within and start with the self. For peace to come from within, each individual should be an integrated and whole personality. One has to be at peace with oneself in order to live in harmony with others. And then, as you drop a pebble in water, you see concentric circles emanating. Peace will exactly travel in the same way. First, if you drop a pebble in your own self, in your own mind, and develop peace over there, then that pebble will develop into the higher circle, that is the family, the house. Then that circle would further develop into the society, the community, the country, and the world at large. So, peace is something which should travel as a concentric circle. It is necessary to sow the seeds of peace in every child's mind, irrespective of its caste, creed, religion, or race. Each human child is the child of the one supreme God, bound to one creative energy. It is just our way of perceiving that energy which makes us different. It is imperative that we understand the essence of peace and systematically learn to be peaceful. It is necessary that we understand peace as a state of mind which needs to be inculcated. Peace can never come by treading on the toes of others, hurting the sentiments of people, and destroying precious legacy. In order to achieve peace and harmony, it is necessary to have respect, tolerance, and obedience. Respect for other people's viewpoints, whether we agree with them or not. This should include respect even for those who cannot defend or speak for themselves. Secondly, tolerance, which gives rise to understanding, love, and forgiveness. If we learn these three values, hatred will stay far away from us. Obedience to a person, community, idea, message, or a cause is very important. For obedience to set in, we should realize that our sense of right may not always be correct, and hence other people's sense of right has to be respected, and not only respected, it has to be thoroughly understood. Every individual has a unique mind, and hence no two individuals can think the same way. However, in broader issues, there needs to be a consensus, if not total agreement. This consensus brings about harmony in a group or a community, without which progress and prosperity is not possible. Peace is an intrinsic virtue which needs thus to be inculcated from within. In Zoroastrian religion, there is a very simple prayer for peace. Vaini tammin mane akshtish anakshtim. Akshti is the word for peace in Zoroastrian religion. And as we saw in the definition of peace, it is closely connected to the mind. So, in this prayer where we say, Vaini tammin mane akshtish anakshtim, the message is that may discord always win over, always be defeated, and may peace always reign supreme. Youths must be motivated to enroll themselves in programs which will make them daily recipients of short interfaith messages straight into their phones and laptops. These messages should target topics of peace, love, respect, and tolerance. They may include short quotations and parables and personal experiences of people, because generally we see that plain religion or religious quotations may seem dry to youngsters and children. So if we want to drive home the message of peace to the youths and to the children, we should speak to them in the language that they understand the best. Being at peace with oneself and others is an art which needs to be inculcated. It does not come easily. We need to learn that to be at peace, starting from our own self is necessary, and only then we can progress. Once we understand that God is present in everything and everybody, once we understand that God is there in every cell and every atom, it will be very difficult for us to hate anyone, as hating anybody would then be like hating God Himself. If one inculcates this attitude and transforms it into a belief, because knowledge, just as it is with us, will not help unless it is translated into a belief system. And when one inculcates this attitude and transforms it into a belief, then the worst storms of hatred would not be able to shatter the peace that a person feels within himself. Atha jamyad yatha afrinami. May it be so as we all pray, and as we all very well know, that we all over here pray for peace for within us and in our world. Thank you.